album. Then you got Kansas. All we are is dust in the wind. To the point of no return.
Like Kansas, man.
To the point of no return. And then how long? How long? Oh, they were horrible.
Kansas.
Cheap prog rock from the Midwest. What'd you think of that, man?
Yeah, it's just total crap, Kansas. I mean, it's just... although, you know, my mother did like the song Dust in the Wind. That's a little different. I mean, me personally, I don't... I just think they're cheap imitation ripoff of the really good bands, the precursors that came before them, you know.
The King Crimson.
Yeah, Deep Purple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Genesis.
And you got a group here, Boston. Here's another one. I remember in 1985 when Deep Purple, or what was it, October '84 when Deep Purple came out with Perfect Strangers, and they played Perfect Strangers and Knocking at Your Back Door and songs like that. Well, when Deep Purple came out with their follow-up to that, House of the Blue Light, had some songs on it that had a lot of that organ music in it, and it was a lot better than what Kansas had done. But yet you got to play Boston all the time and never to even touch on that album. That's how MMR's whole game plan was, you know. They never touched on the album. I remember calling. I was 23 years old then. I remember calling up the station and requesting something from House of the Blue Light, and they oh well, we'll try. I'll try.
Try what?
I'm gonna try. They would always say, "We'll try." Well, personally, I don't even think they had the album, because I remember in 2001, I went to a U2 concert up in Philly, and I approached the what's the station with the bee, the bumblebee? I don't know, it's YSP had a bumblebee thing there, logo at the time.
I don't know.
I approached the what do you call that thing? Oh, those things that are in the mall. I forget the name of them.
Kiosk?
The kiosk for YSP.
Right.
I approached the kiosk and I talked to them about the new Blue Oyster Cult album. And they said if you fill out this entry form, you can make a request. Well, I don't think we have the new Blue Oyster Cult album. I said, well, they just came out with an album and it's really good. And they worked hard on it. And there's a song called Pocket, which is actually could have been a commercial success. I said, well, what did you do? What'd you do with the album? Throw it in the trash? You know, what do you do? Promote 500 artists instead of 5,000? And that's the deal. And then this guy, you know, he gets into this big argument with me about it. He tells me he gives me the F off thing and tells me to, you know, get out of there. And that was it. We got in this little argument and I left. I mean, they crap all over artists like this. Right?
Well, Kansas, I mean, they would give you that little Keith Emerson keyboard flourish. But they were like really cheap art rock, progressive rock.
You might need the light on.
They were just horrible. I mean, they were sort of like Styx and Ed Vane or Starcastle, those kind of groups, Triumvirate. They just were cheap rip-offs of the real progressive purveyors of the art.
Yeah, Kansas. Yeah, it's just real dreck.